I'll be reacting Digimon Ghost Game Episode 6. I will be watching it from Crunchyroll's website, and I'll be starting my reaction from the 1 minute and 35-second mark in 1-0. Oh yeah, I'm pumped up for this. Especially since Jellymon, her first appearance was just absolutely and utterly fantastic. The only why I looked from behind is because I thought for a second I saw Fly. Whoa. Sounds a little bit off tone there. I guess it's going to be on purpose, though, considering that these are kids having fun. I guess it's more realistic that you're more likely to get someone having a bad music performance. I'll say it was an idol or someone of that nature performing. Oh, snap. I'm like, the voice getting slowly more creepy. Okay, it's kind of creepy if this Digimon can do its damage just by someone listening to its voice. Oh. I'm sure these girls will be fine, though, considering the fact of what's happened to some of the people that have been attacked by Digimon. We haven't really seen any civilians die yet in this series. And saying that, though, the series eventually does have to up the stakes, though, if they want to increase the horror factor at least a little bit more. Oh, Gilman is fucking cute. Seems like an offering. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But it's actually nice, though, getting to see really. Oh! That Digimon kind of looks like one of the Digimon from Tamers. Kind of. I like how that's his fucking question. Ah. Really so adorable too. Oh, that's actually kind of sweet. Oh, okay. Kind of a shame that all that stuff happened only because of good intentions, though. Yeah, let the man up. Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. And I like how it establishes the fact that not all Digimon are hardcore as fuck, that some of them are kind. Or neutral, anyway. Oh, snap. Looks like shit's about to get oh. Yo, those ladies look like they got their soul sucked out of their body just by the way they're emoting. But you know what? I actually like moments like this because even though, yes, they're here to try to find any unloose Digimon. I like how she's mulling about the potential danger, though. I wouldn't blame him. I would probably want to meet a Digimon too. I was in that spot, just out of curiosity. And some thrill seeker me would probably want to see a ghost too, if they were around anyway. Oh, I love it where even he was taking it back from Ridley's energy a little bit too much to an extent. He's good at none of them. I'm assuming she was about to say today's my birthday. I ain't gonna blame her for not remembering his name. Oh, this is going on, darling. I love how Jelly Monster just a fucking troll. She always elevates every scene she's in. Oh, yo, Jelly Monster in the face of a lady who just wants to see shit burn. Thankfully, though, Hero, Ruli, and the others are there, so she is not an absolute deep well, okay, yeah, she's in deep shit, but it could be worse. Ah! The only reason why someone's doing this because KOG is too scared. Hmm. Hopefully, our girl can start singing so that this girl can get saved. But you know what? Even whatever this Digimon does, she'll probably be fine though, because at least every single time a Digimon's defeated an enemy one, everything seemingly returns to normal. That's actually nice. We get to see the capabilities of Angramon's hearing here. I just love how she fucking yoiks Chillimon Sama with her. Like a fucking toy. Oh. Yeah, Angromon needs to lose a little bit of weight if he wants to fit through doors like that much more quickly. I just know Gamamon and Jellymon, they were just looking like they were out for blood against that opposing Digimon. That was fucking cool right there. It was small, but I like it. The thing is, he's got no choice, though. I mean, he's got a Digimon. Yeah, and if they don't do anything, more ladies are going to be in danger, so they can't necessarily decide to do nothing, all things considered. It'd be kind of fucked up if they did nothing, considering that they have a Digimon that can help protect themselves, you know? So they kind of are in a position where they got to do something. I mean, it probably means that the opposing Digimon's probably onto them if they're going after her. That's going to be my guess. I just hope Angromon shows up soon. Speaking of which, I haven't commented on the animation, but it actually looks pretty nice. I never love how he has some nice, consistent efforts, even going 6 episodes in the series. Okay, I got my decision's actually kind of cute. I thought for a second they'd have a much more menacing looking character design. It's just a shame that it's evil, though. Yo, I'm actually surprised that Angromon wasn't accompanying Rilling. I was kind of half expecting him to be like around the area just to make sure that really would be safe or something. You know what? It's kind of a shame that Galamon can't go into a ghost form, though. I'm saying so that'd be much more convenient for him to travel around. Yo, this anyone looks freaking bloodlusted. And I like the characterization from Jellymon where you see just a tenacity wanting to finish the job because she's the one, despite how Ruli's knocked the fuck up. Well, and I wouldn't say knocked the fuck up, but taken aback, you see Jellymon just trying to instantly take action. It fits with the characterization from the previous episode. Well, screw them, Mac Peanuts. That's because it wasn't released on YouTube. Crunchyroll just barely released the episode, like 12 minutes and 20 seconds. I literally am watching the episode when it released on Crunchyroll. So there's no way YouTube's going to have it because Crunchyroll just barely released the episode 13 minutes ago, which I'm currently reacting to by watching it. And people are just putting English subs to clickbait. You really shouldn't believe people on YouTube when it says English subs because no sane person's going to post an actual episode on YouTube within your subtitles. Because then YouTube's going to have the ban hammer or whichever channel does that. It'll instantly get removed. I mean, anime companies and YouTube have bots that can detect whether an anime episode is being played. At least that's how it works. So your best bet is just having a Crunchyroll account. I mean, that's where I'm watching it from, Crunchyroll. Oh, man, I just love how they scream at him. And honestly, I'm loving the chemistry they're building between Ruli and Jellymon, too. It's pretty damn smart, and I love how they're utilizing the intelligence of Kyochi to actually move the plot a bit forward. Because in some anime, you have a smart character, but you never really get to see their smarts applied on screen. And liking how at least here you're seeing his intelligence being applied on screen. I mean, it can't be anyone else. It doesn't feel like much of an honor, though, if their people are trapped. Man, so anyone's talking absolutely utterly crazy, but you know what? It makes it interesting, though. Whoa! The lady almost fucking died. Yeah, I wonder what. I actually wouldn't mind if the status quo in this series has changed and people in general find out that there's actually Digimon around. Because I remember Digimon Zero 2 kind of doing that. And they would do a great way of escalating the stakes, too. Oh, it'd probably be too early for that. Yeah, I wonder why really, though. I mean, but then again, I guess it gives really something to do, though. And who knows, maybe since it implies that she has singing ability, maybe it's going to come into play later on. The thing is, though, no one wants to hear her singing, though, especially if she's not causing people pain, though. I love how Kamada doesn't give a shit. He just wants to attack. Now, that's the aggressive nature I love to see. The thing is, though, Jellymon and Galmon are pretty aggressive, though. And the thing is, they can't wait for. I don't think that's going to work unless Galmon digivolves. Because Jellymon looks like she's way too strong just in her base form. I got it. The animation of Galmon looks freaking good, though. His facial expressions. Oh, I'm assuming we're going to digivolve. Yup! I mean, it's a Digimon series. Usually when the chips are stacked against the favor or protect, it usually ends up being a perfect opportunity just to get a Digivolution. Oh, it works, Scooter McPeanuts, because the timer goes up, and essentially, since the timer says 14 minutes and 42 seconds, that's at the point where I'm at in the actual episode itself. I mean, that's how it works anyway. And I mean, the intro song is amazing. And it's well timed too, because as it shows up, I love how you see the musical notes of Shurimon's attack. It's fine visual directing there. And something I like here too, I love how Galmon Digimon just doesn't instantly resolve everything. And there's still some struggle too. Someone needs to put a fucking cap in her mouth. Huh? Wait. Who's doing that awful singing? That's what I'm wondering. Yeah, it sounds like someone just screeched. No wonder why you wasn't inclined to singing. I'd be shocked if she actually ended up liking that singing. She actually likes it. No fucking way. Oh. No. That was the opposite of fantastic. But you know what? If that's how things are resolved, then I'm not gonna false it. No, it's actually some nice writing, because at least again it shows us that the main characters, I mean the Digimon Digivolve, isn't gonna resolve every fucking problem in the series. And where sometimes even an imaginative solution like him singing actually can resolve things. If I were in Heroes, I'd be like, yeah, that's exactly. Oh, she needs a dose of reality, though. Maybe if she just adjusts the tone of her voice. Finally, hey, I mean, better that she realized that now rather than later. I mean, hey, sometimes inspirations come from the most unlikely places. I'm sure he wouldn't do anything if he undoes the bandages in his hand. I mean, he'll probably have a chance of seeing Saruman again, you know. I mean, he seems to have hit it off pretty well. I actually would want to hear the original. It sounds better than Heroes, that's for sure. Maybe to expend less energy. I think it's both. It honestly probably wouldn't matter that much if they found out why Galmon can Digivolve and then go the reverse course at the drop of a hat. But my guess is it's probably some energy conservation thing. Kind of like how in Digimon, Agumon can't stay in his Greymon form for too long. But then when it comes to Metal Greymon, he can't stay in that form for even longer because that uses up more energy. And then he definitely can't be using his War Greymon form too much also. Kind of like, I think it's kind of similar to that, where if a Digimon is Digivolved, they'll get drained, at least when it comes to certain Digimon, because obviously not all Digimon go through that. There are some Digimon in the Digimon franchise that are able to stay in their Mega forms for an indefinite period of time, or in their Champion or Ultimate forms for a long-ass time, and they don't have to go back to the previous states. At least that's how I looked at it when I see some of the other Digimon. I always headcanon it as some Digimon can stay in their Digivolve forms just depending on what type of Digimon there are. I never thought there was anything deeper than that. But hey, if they... Okay, now it's back. The character design for this new character looks good. Kind of gives me from Gegege no Gitara vibes. Another series that Toei did. Okay, actually, it looks like it's going to be a fun one. Now, when it comes to this Digimon episode, I liked it, but it definitely felt like one of the weaker Digimon Ghost Game episodes. Well, it felt like the weakest Digimon Ghost Game episodes, which is to say the episode wasn't bad. It's just that this episode didn't have as much comedy as the other Digimon Ghost Game episodes. I would have loved to have seen more back and forth between both Ruli, Hiro, and Kyochi. I would have loved to have seen maybe some scenes with Kyochi bonding with Jellymon at the very least, you know? Because this episode focusing long sequences towards like the girls being frightened by Surinmon. I feel like they did that a bit too many times. I was like, maybe they could have cut out some of those sequences and maybe given off a bit more characterization sequences. Because I think the series works best when they show off the chemistry between the main leads, or if they just expand the action sequences. That's why I felt this was probably one of the weaker Digimon Ghost Game episodes. And also, part of what affects it too is that the formula is starting to be really apparent, where in Ghost Game, whenever there's a Digimon that causes absolute chaos, the consequences are impermanent. Like in the first episode, you had a Digimon that can make people really old. Well, once it's defeated, people go back to the normal ages. With the Halloween episode, everything was back to normal. Or in the Mummy episode, didn't explain how people lasted so long being tied up and bound, but everything was back to normal. It's just that when it comes to the series conflict, it feels like, yes, the way Hiro does things in resolving situations against Digimon is good itself, but it's just that there's no permanent consequences towards like civilian characters, which is kind of a shame, because I remember, as much as people give Digimon Tri a lot of shit, and it deserves to have a lot of shit thrown towards it, Digimon Tri, something it did do well was acknowledge the fact that sometimes civilian characters are in danger and they get hurt. And you see Taichi suffer through the ramifications when civilians get hurt. That's probably one of the few things that Digimon Tri did well. Was it good? Fuck no, it wasn't. But that was one of the good things it did. I feel like this series should probably take at least that cue from Tri. Nothing else. Oh, no, nothing else. But if it at least takes that cue, it could at least enhance the conflict a little bit more. Not saying that element would have worked in this episode, because Sarenmon isn't a super bad Digimon per se, but it probably would have helped elevate some of the previous episodes. But regardless, though, I was still entertained. I like some of the comedic sequences here and there, like Gamamon and Jellymon being absolutely fucking reckless was nice. And to top it off, I do like a character development for Jellymon. You can see how much he's starting to care for Kyochi a bit more. Especially because in this episode, I like the fact that She doesn't seem to be she isn't as mean towards Kyochi anymore. And something else that the Ups has in favor going for it, something that was pretty damn fucking cool was I actually really liked that subtle chemistry between Jellymon and Ruli, how they bounced off of each other pretty well in some small sequences. And that was something I actually would have never really expected from the series. So that's something I actually enjoyed about the episode pretty significantly. Now, yeah, you could make some arguments that the episode was a bit shabby in some places, though, and I wouldn't deny it, because during the non-action sequences, yeah, the artwork didn't look as say pretty as some of the stronger highlight episodes, like the Halloween episode or the first episode. But for the most part, the visuals got the job done right, and when there was action, it looked good. So to their credit, the animators did have some bits that stood out to a certain extent. So visually, the episode was competently done, with the highlights being the action sequences. They were really damn well animated. So at least there, it at least shows me that Toei, they knew what to prioritize in the episode. And I love it for it. And then aside from that, other elements that I really liked about this episode, I do like the fact that you're at least getting some commentary regarding the mysteries of Gallimon as to, like, why does he go back into his previous form and things of that nature. At least it shows me that this series is going to have some interesting plot threads that they're going to be exploring. So that's one of the really reassuring things about this episode going for it. And I'd say overall, that bit where you have here with the shitty singing was actually pretty nice. I actually really dig it. It was actually pretty cute. It fit with the tone of the episode. And they built up to it, too, because when he told Ruli that he doesn't sing, it was fucking adorable, getting payoff for that little comedic plot point that we're building up. And I love the fact that it was him that resolved the situation, too. Not through him having a stronger Digimon, but through utilizing his brains. And that's what I love about this series. It makes our boy hero a street smart protagonist. He doesn't just resolve things because he just happens to have a stronger Digimon that can just Digimon the fuck out of every solution, which is an issue that Toei had in Digimon Adventure 2020. That was one of the biggest issues in that series, where it's like, oh yeah, you have a problem? Don't worry. Just give this regular Digimon a champion's form. Oh, the champion's form ain't enough? Oh yeah, just Digivolve it to its ultimate form. Oh yeah, the ultimate form ain't enough? Just Digivolve to the Mega form. Oh, the Mega form ain't enough? Let's just do a fusion and just Digivolve it again. And as much as I loved the Mega forms in Digimon Adventure 2020, and I love seeing Omegamon, it's like, good lord, I felt like it was the only way they ever resolved anything in that series. Just Digivolve the Digimon into a stronger form. There wasn't any sense of teamwork. There wasn't any intelligence in most of the conflict. It's like, good lord. That series had a lot of potential, and it wasted it. Thankfully, this series does not seem to be falling into the same mistakes, because there isn't a constant new forms given to our main protagonist Digimon every episode. And I find that to be really reassuring. So that's why I love the way they handled Hero and Sirenmon. They did it pretty well. At least the way they resolved battles isn't all samey. And that's why, even though, yes, this episode wasn't the funniest or most epic Digimon Ghost Game episode, I still liked it enough where if I were to rate it on a scale of, say, 1 to 10, with a 1 being abysmal, 5 being average, or 10 being exceptional, I would still give it an above average 6 out of 10. I still dug it. But anyways, y'all, these are my thoughts on the episode. I would love to say thank you to Scooter McPeanuts for commenting on the live chat, and everyone else. Thank you for watching my video. Hope y'all rate it, share it, comment, subscribe, because I'll definitely be reacting to the next episode whenever it releases. But anyways, y'all, thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day, everyone. Bye-bye.